y'all, tribe. Happy Tuesday, happy spiritual talk, happy spiritual talk. Welcome in, welcome in. I am An-nur, and this is your episode of Spiritual Talk on everything spiritual. All right, so y'all, this week, cause sadly y'all be getting out of hand with stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Sadly, some stuff just be getting taken way out of context. And sadly, we don't really educate ourselves enough. So, like, we spread a lot of bad information, wrong information, false information. We do a lot of fear, like the fear stuff. Like, but this week, we're going to talk about the word witch. Yay, witch. It's getting out of hand. So, and this is why I tell y'all, this is why in the very first video, I was like, you can't always go to the internet. Like, you can't always, because you got to remember with the internet, y'all, that's not your stuff. Them people could put up there whatever they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, the internet could change overnight. And I have proof of that because before I rolled out and started actually posting, I had my curriculum, I had all my stuff already set up, right? And I had a screenshot, but I deleted it because I said I wanted it to be organic, right? I said I wanted it organic, so I deleted it. But at one time, if you look up the word witch, at one time, if you looked up the word witch, it would say an intuitive woman. That's it. That's all it said about the word witch. Like, that was a definition. An intuitive woman. And I wish I would have kept it. I swear I'm looking for it right now. I wish I would have kept it, but I remember I deleted it and said, no, I'm going to let it be organic for when I pull it up. You know. Hold on, let me see. Dang, I found other stuff up in here though while I was looking for that. Cause look at this right here. I didn't even know I had looked this up. It's saying, and now we're gonna look it up again. We're gonna look it up again and see. Cause this is from January. What's the date on here? January the 27th. My screen broke, y'all. I can't even tell. Just you can do that. Okay, see, I originally took this thing. I originally looked this up January 27th of 25, right? And it says, is all witchcraft demonic? And witchcraft has nothing to do with devil worship, as the devil is the Christian spirit of evil. But hold on, I want to see something. Is witchcraft demonic? Look, now this one different. It's different. Now it said whether witchcraft is demonic depends entirely on your religious and personal point of view. Major world views differ significantly on this topic. See what I'm saying? And it's like, is witchcraft related to demons? Contrary to popular belief, not all witches receiving their magic. Wait, contrary to popular belief, not all witches receive their magic from demons. Much less worship the devil. Some witches, like Wiccans, worship nature, while others follow uh, Abrahamic religions. Some witches practice their magic under certain belief systems, such as hoodoo, voodoo, and Wicca. Here go a good question right here. Is God and witchcraft? In addition to the two main deities worshipped within Wicca, the god and the goddess, there are also several possible theological concepts of an ultimate impersonal uh pantheistic, I guess how you say it, pantheistic, a monistic divinity known variously as Drayton, or the one, or the all. This ultimate divinity or pantheist god can also be seen under the, this on Wikipedia. I don't know where it's at. You know how they do, they make it jump. But y'all, I gotta take a screenshot of this shit right here because wow, I'm glad I pulled this up. Is witchcraft a religion? It's not a religion by itself, it's a practice of craft focused on magic, herbalism, and rituals. Though it can be combined with spiritual paths like Wicca, there's a consensus on Quora that witchcraft is a toolkit of methods rather than a set of religious beliefs. But this is all the stuff I'm looking up on the internet right now. But if you want real information, if you want true information, you always want a book never change. The internet, they change their stuff by the days. Even where you at in the world, you might get different information. Like according to your state, where you at, like you get different information from Google. That's why I told y'all in the very first thing, you you that's not your internet. Like everything don't go on the internet, and you cannot go and get all your information from the internet all the time, because that's not your stuff. And them people could change that shit at any time. Just like what I'm telling you. At one time, the word witch meant nothing but an intuitive woman. So that means every time you thought your man was cheating and you found out you was right, you busted him in the act or something like that, you was being intuitive. You was being a witch. That was you being witchy. Like, y'all, let me go ahead and keep going into this because I also went and got some more stuff. So currently what they saying what a witch is, when you just look it up on the internet, it's saying a person thought to have magical powers, especially evil ones. But we just read that witchcraft is not even of the devil. And you see how I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Popularity depicted as a woman wearing a black cloak and pointed hat and flying on a broomstick, right? A follower, a practitioner of Wicca or modern witchcraft. Then two, right? We under nouns right now. Definition two, a ugly or unpleasant woman. And then they give you a example. He can marry the old witch for all I care. Dated. Now that's saying that's using it in a derogatory term, calling her old unpleasant woman. The dated is a woman who is bewitchingly attractive. Bewitchingly attractive. What does that mean? I'll tell you. Cause right here it go down again in verb. I'm gonna put all this up. When they use it as a verb, it says cast an evil spell on or of woman or enchant a man. She witch Jake. Of a woman enchant a man. So what they saying is every time you put on that makeup, them lashes, all them caked up, making your skin that wig, every time y'all all these then went got all these surgeries to make yourself look beautiful, you're enchanting. That's an enchantress. You still a witch. Especially if you don't look nothing like that when you take all that stuff off you. You're bewitching people. That's a witch. A witch is nothing but a woman, y'all. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care what you, because look, we're going to go even deeper into this because I went and found it from different sources. Like I said, first we was on Wikipedia. Now I'm on something else. First, you're going to see. Y'all going to see. But this one says a woman who is supposed to have evil or wicked magical powers, right? And then they always give you like a little example. The movie features stereotypical witches and black robes and pointed hats. That's what TV will want you to think about witches, witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, whatever. Spirituality, right? It's all designed that way by the way. So we go to a person, especially a woman, who professes or is supposed to practice magic or sorcery, a sorceress. And then the example is the novel was about a meek businessman marrying a beautiful witch who uses her magic to help him succeed in business. That's the very first one. That's the very first definition and example of what a witch is. So if the businessman married a beautiful woman who in turn helped him grow his business with her spiritual gifts, and that's evil because she have insight, because she have intuition, because she have knowledge to help him further himself and upgrade himself, which is what women is supposed to do because we carry moon energy, right? That's intuition, right? Come on, y'all. I need y'all to keep up with me. I need y'all to keep up with all this stuff because it's just so out of hand, bro. And we so out of touch with reality and what's really real, bro. And it's hurting us. It's hurting us and it's hindering us, bro. That's why we can't get nowhere. That's why we can't grow. That's why we can't be nothing as a whole. It's too much gibberish going on in the wind, and nobody don't even know what they talking about. Y'all not even speaking fact. At least speak fact. But the second definition is a woman who is supposed to have evil or wicked magical powers. And then that example refers to the movie features stereotypical witches in black robes and pointed hats. That's because that's what TV wants you to think of witches. That's what TV wants you to think about witches. That's not the real deal. That's not the truth about what a witch is. If y'all knew why, and see, I ain't willing to get up here and go that far. I'm just not. I don't care how you, who, what. You see me in person, I'll break it all the way down for you. But if y'all really knew where they really came from, y'all will really feel dumb. I swear. Y'all will really feel stupid as I don't know what. But we gonna keep going. To the third definition. A person who practices magic as a spiritual observance, especially as associated with neo-paganism or Wicca. Example, she became a witch after an interest in tarot and astrology led her to classes at a local mystic shop. Definition 4. An ugly or mean old woman, hag. She was constantly in conflict with the old witch who used to own the building. She was constantly in conflict with the old witch who used to own the building. That's the example. And then we have 5, a person who uses a diving rod or dowser. I like this one. Why? I'm about to tell you. The example, he hired a water witch to find the best location for the new well. Why? What would that be? Who carry a dowser and a divining rod? Because now we going into the church house and Christianity and all that. Because a prophetess, that's still the same thing. They just changed the name. It's still the same thing. You still using your intuition, your foresight, all that. Like it's listen, it just depends on who program you under, what you gonna be called. A witch, a prophet, or this or that. Y'all gotta stop letting these words trip y'all up because it's really not that deep. It's really not that serious. Like, so the word witch at one time was only an intuitive woman, right? But recently it has changed. And now, based on what we all just read together, a witch is basically what? A woman. That's it. A woman with powers. Powers meaning intuition. What we born with. We born with that. That's our section. Moon energy. That's our section. They're not doing nothing but calling us women. That's it. Whether you're an ugly woman, a pretty woman, a mean woman, whether you're a woman who could help elevate a nigga, either way it go, you a woman. That's all it means. Yeah, so in closing, y'all, Now that we know we all witches, it's no different. It just means that you're an intuitive woman. We all witches in one way or another. Now that we know we all witches, how do you plan on using your powers? Because that's when it go into good and evil. Are you gonna use your powers for good, for uplifting people and integrity and righteousness and stuff like that? Or are you gonna use your powers for evil? Seduction, for using people, using your sex, your attractiveness to manipulate, gaslight, cast illusions, cast spells. That's what that is. Like y'all be out there talking about people and trying to judge people, but y'all be doing the very thing that y'all be claiming y'all judging other people for. Wake up, snap out of it. You heard me. I'm Nola An-nur, and this is Everything Spiritual, Spiritual Talk Tuesday. I hope y'all got enlightened today. I hope y'all did, because y'all, the war ain't out there, is in here in our community against each other. Like, I could go on and on, but I won't. I'm gonna just shut up because I be feeling like people don't even want to hear what I gotta say anyway. So, whatever. I'm Nola An-nur. Like I said, this Everything Spiritual. Peace.